Hey, good morning, everybody. We had rain last night here in California. You'd never know it now because it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining, but it's a little cool. And I was trying to think of what we would like to have to eat today, and I just feel lazy. I don't want to go to the store. So I'm going to make chicken soup for us, and I'm going to use items that we have already on the pantry shelf. I'm going to use canned white meat chicken that I canned up a couple of months ago. I'm going to use homemade canned broth. I'm going to use some of my fresh vegetables. I don't have much fresh vegetables right now. I just have some celery and onion. So if you don't have fresh vegetables, you could certainly use like dried onion. I'm going to use my Kirkland no salt seasoning. And what else? Oh, I'm going to use some garlic. You can use fresh or dried. And we're going to put some rice in our soup. Now you could also put pasta in your soup, or you could put potatoes, whatever you prefer. So this is kind of a lazy day where I don't feel like going to the store. I just want to make something quick from the items that I have on my shelf. So let's get started. Okay, today I wanted to take you through the quick process of making a soup from jars that we have on the shelf already. Here's some broth that I made yesterday, some chicken that I canned in September, some fresh veggies, a little bit of rice. You could use substitute noodles for the rice. I've got no salt seasoning, bay leaf, parsley, some onion and garlic, celery. So we're going to throw all this together and make a quick soup. So basically, most of this food is already cooked. The chicken is cooked, the broth is cooked, the rice is going to cook as we cook the soup together. But first I would like to saute the veggies that have not been cooked. So I've got a little bit of olive oil and butter in the bottom of my pan, and we're going to just saute the veggies. Ordinarily, I'd throw a little carrot in with my celery and onion, but I'm just out of carrots today, and I don't have any canned either. So we'll just saute these for a few minutes. I'm going to rinse this rice to get the extra starch off of it. Just rinsing it off with some regular cool water to remove the excess starch. You don't have to do this, but I generally do. So the water looks like it's coming pretty clean right now. So this will be ready to add to the soup. We've sauteed our veggies a little bit, just till they're a little bit soft. They're going to cook a lot more in the soup. We're going to pop the lid on our broth with the Miracle Jar Lifter. And into the pot it goes. That and all. That is flavor. And here we have that chicken we canned some time ago. See how easily it breaks up? Tender and delicious. All we have left to do is to bring this to a boil, add our rice, maybe a little extra water, a little more spice, whatever we'd like. I'm going to add parsley, bay leaf, and about a tablespoon of organic no salt seasoning. This is my favorite from Kirkland or Costco. Really has a lot of good flavors in there. Just a quarter of a cup of rice because it's going to really expand when it cooks. So we'll bring this to a boil and then we'll let it simmer until we're ready to eat. pretty basic information for most of you, but I'm going to rinse out my jars and then run them through the dishwasher, and they'll be ready to go. You are not supposed to reuse your lids. So I do clean these, and since there's been lid shortages lately, I've set them aside in case of a true emergency. I don't know that I'll ever need to use them, but I just can't get myself to the point where I'll throw them out just yet. So I'm gonna wash those in the dishwasher too and save them. But ordinarily I would use a new lid each time. I've never reused my lids yet. But you know, we had so many shortages a year ago. I'm really afraid of coming across shortages again. And you can get reusable lids, but they're more costly, and I have a few, but I really haven't started to use those yet. Alrighty, I brought it up to a boil, and we're going to turn the heat down and just let this simmer for about an hour. Looks good enough to eat already. Oh boy, this has been simmering for about 30 minutes. I wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells delicious. Let's give it a stir and see how things are progressing. Now you can see, even though I just put 1/4 cup of rice, there's a good amount of rice in here. As it cooks, it really expands. Looks good, so just a little bit more simmering and we will be ready to enjoy it. Maybe another 20-30 minutes. Okay, it's been cooking for about an hour. Looks like a good mix here of rice with chicken, a little bit of veggies. So I'm going to grab a scoop because I'm really hungry. And here's my lunch. Okay, talk to you later.